Hey, everybody, and thank you so much for watching and listening to the Glad Trad podcast. We are so grateful, Rudy and I, to have an array of listeners from our podcasting platforms like Apple and Stitcher and Google, but we also have a good following on YouTube and on Rumble, people who like to watch us, which is very strange. I'm very clear that I have a face for a radio at least. But if there's one thing you could do further for us, the most important thing you can do is continue to pray for us, please, and pray especially for our families, our wives and our children. And then another thing I would ask you to consider is to become a Patreon member. Our podcast doesn't take a ton of upkeep. It's just us two jabronis, and we interview guests once in a while. But there are still some things which our current members very, very graciously have allowed for us to do. We always have, we're getting better lighting and cameras and audio gear and different setups. And also it allows our guests to be a little bit more comfortable on our software side. So we have our server, right, that hosts all of our audio podcasting, and we have Zoom subscriptions and just different sorts of things that really make it seem more of a legitimate podcast for those who are able to listen in, as well as for those who actually come onto our show. There are different tiers for our Patreon. You're able to do things like see episodes early before anybody else and comment on them and share your stories. You're able to suggest episodes to us, which is always awesome, and you'll be given top priority for that sort of thing. And one of my personal favorite treats is that you're actually able to come on the show, and we would love to hear your stories. So many people who listen to us have been Credo Novus Ordo that went to Latin Mass. A lot of you are converts, which is always really exciting. You see our buddy Nick Cavazos on all the time. He's a convert from a lot of different spheres of Protestantism. And so it's really kind of cool that we could just have all these cool stories and interactions with people and with members especially. So in your charity, we ask you please to consider becoming a Patreon member. It doesn't cost a lot of money. There's 3 tiers, very, very simple, basic sort of stuff. But every little contribution that you make goes leaps and bounds to really help us make this podcast as enjoyable and as awesome for you as well as for us. So God bless you and may keep you. And thank you so much for your continued support, for watching, for listening, for praying, for laughing, for commenting. We love those always. And yes, if you could support, that'd be awesome. And if not, please, 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 that's all right. Just keep praying for us. That's like a demand. If you don't pray for us, you can't watch the show. Sorry about that. So God bless you, right? We'll see you on the next one. Adios.